How can I help you today?
Yeah, I need some help calibrating my speed control.
Okay.
I have a Castle Ice 100. It said to put my endpoints at 30. I put both endpoints at 30, but when I raised it back to 100, it didn't. It went to 140 and it never beeped. Um, I have it in governor mode, and I did set the curves linear back in normal.
Okay.
But it seemed like for the high stick value, I had to go to idle 2 for the arrow to switch to the other value.
Had to go to what?
Idle 2.
What does that do to your throttle curve?
In idle 2, yeah, that. Yeah, oh, because idle 2 is in like a 3D mode, is straight across. So I have to put that linear as well, huh?
Yeah, you have to have a linear curve to be able to set the endpoints.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
If you have linear curve, you bring it down to 30%, plug everything in, have your stick at the top position for full throttle, move that endpoint out to hear a single beep.
Oh, the stick should be at full stick when I plug in the helicopter.
No, normally you'd have it. If you have everything on a switch in governor mode, then the left stick's collective only, it's not throttle.
Right.
Like when you set up governor mode, you're taking the throttle off of the left stick and putting on switches.
Oh.
And to set the endpoints, you need to have a linear throttle curve. And then show the linear, have it showing the linear throttle curve to the receiver. Set the endpoint in to 30%, put the stick in the top position, which will show full throttle, and move the endpoint up to your single beep, go 2 clicks beyond that, and then move the stick to the very bottom. Move that endpoint out to hear the 2 arm inputs.
Okay, I'm putting all the throttle curves at linear.
Right, but a linear, well, you only need 1 throttle curve to set the endpoints.
Well, because when I go into idle, like when I go to idle 2 for the other endpoint, but it's in 3D mode, it's like 100% straight across.
What governor are you ultimately going to be setting?
Castle Ice 100.
No, which governor mode?
Which governor mode? Helicopter.
No, there's 4 governor modes. There's simple, governor low, governor high, and set RPM mode.
Set RPM mode.
Okay. In that, move the throttle is no longer on the stick, it's on switches. That will not work if it's on the left stick.
Okay.
But to set the transmitter up, you want a linear throttle curve to set the endpoint.
Okay, and all its values then. I mean, in idle 1 and 2, I want them all linear.
We're not going to throw a switch while you're setting the endpoints. You have a linear throttle curve on the left stick. Okay.
Oh, right.
Throttle. Then, linear is from lower left-hand corner to upper right-hand corner, a straight line.
Right.
Okay. And make sure that that's what you're showing to the speed controller. Don't throw a switch or anything. You're just moving the up to the top, moving the endpoint to hear a beep, and going 2 clicks beyond that. Moving the stick down, the endpoint out. You hear the army tones go 2 clicks beyond that, and then put your throttle curves back on your switches. Easier way to do it: set the speed controller to helicopter fixed endpoint. When you're setting the endpoints.
Okay, I'm in my endpoint right now, and I'm going to the channel 3 throttle. I have it at 30% like it showed in the video, on the low and high, right?
Right, and you've got a linear throttle curve right now.
Right.
Okay.
And so do I put the stick at full when I plug the helicopter up, or leave it at half stick?
It won't matter.
Okay.
You want it full when you set the endpoint.
Oh, okay. So I put I want it at full when I set the endpoints.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the stick at full now. Plug the helicopter in.
Yes. Okay, there's your tone.
Okay.
Now go 2 clicks beyond that.
Well, that's at 30%.
Well, that's where it armed. That's where it's on. If you reverse the throttle channel on your Futaba, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I reversed it, but
Well, if you didn't reverse it, it's not. You have to reverse it in the Futaba to get it to work.
yeah, well, it's work. I hovered it yesterday, so I guess it's set up right, reversed in the right direction. Know what I mean?
Well, go. What transmitter do you have?
T7C.
What?
Futaba T7C.
Okay. Unplug the battery from the speed controller and go to channel reversing. Go to channel 3 and make sure it's reversed.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, actually, the best way to do this is just open a new model memory with everything set to default.
Oh man, it's too
Set
many.
it up.
Yeah, it's too. I got.
Have a helicopter set it up as an aerobatic airplane, so that you always have a linear throttle curve. You don't have to play. You can't play with them.
Yeah, I got too many settings in there. I don't even know how to reprogram them all back in there, pitch curves and everything. If I set it back to default.
So, to get away from all that, just open a new model.
Oh, and that'll calibrate it through a new model?
Set it up as an aerobatic airplane instead of a helicopter. And that'll give you a linear throttle curve on the transmitter without changing anything in the model that you're setting up.
Oh, okay, and then that'll just calibrate it.
That'll get it calibrated, and then go back to your helicopter and set it up, switch it, to governor set endpoint, or set RPM, and then, set up the helicopter.
Okay, so I'm going to go to a new model here.
But you need to change the speed controller to fix the helicopter fixed endpoint.
So I got to go into the programming to do that?
Yes. If you have it on set RPM mode, it's probably not going to work.
Oh, it's not going to work if it's on set RPM.
It'll work, but it's not as reliable.
Okay. Yeah, my computer is down too, boy. This is tearing me up now.
Okay.
And then, so I don't have no other way I can go beside that. I can't.
Well, it's not very reliable. If you looked at the video on our website on setting endpoints.
Yeah, but he wasn't in governor mode when he did that.
Oh, he said set it to fixed endpoint. And that's what you do to get the endpoints set correctly. And once they're set, you go back to governor mode.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do that and call you.
Without a computer, you can't set your RPMs for the set RPM mode anyway.
No, well, I had set all that up when my computer was up. I programmed the governor and everything.
Yeah.
I called. Matter of fact, I called you guys and he helped me set it up, and I didn't know nothing about the calibration. And I think the guy mentioned it to me, and I said I got another friend, and he's using the Castle speed controller, and he says he's never had a problem. He's just flying them without calibrating them. But yesterday when I turned on throttle hold, somebody was watching my video on YouTube, and they said that it should have made a double beep when I turned on the throttle hold, so my ESC speed controller wasn't calibrated. So now I'm going through this nightmare.
Probably not what it means. It's probably what your throttle hold signal is sending is not the one you really want. Like the transmitter, you don't need to set the endpoints. One of the theories with the way we set this thing up now is you can set your endpoints at 140 top and bottom, and you set RPM mode and it'll work fine. You don't really need to set the endpoints.
But then the stick would still be calibrated, would it?
No, you don't need to really set the endpoints in set RPM mode.
Oh, okay. So I could just set the endpoints at 140, and then that would
Yeah, yes, and then just go for it.
So if I set them at 140, when I turned on the throttle hold, would I hear the arming beep?
If the throttle hold switch is set correctly on the transmitter, yes.
Yeah, I believe it is. Okay, I'll give that a try.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hey, take care. Thanks for calling.
All right. Man, did you hear that crap, boy? see. Endpoint. Hello? Yeah, I just got off the phone. Castle. Nightmare. Told me just set my endpoints at 140. And cause since I'm using in governor mode, I don't really need to calibrate it or like that. 140. It didn't work. Yeah, I set him to 140, and then I'm not getting the army beat when I turn in the throttle hold. I gotta call him back.